Hi everyone, my name is Ashish Shalani. I'm the Managing Director for Square Panda in India. Square Panda is a Silicon Valley-based early childhood education company. We specialize in English literacy for young kids starting the age of 2 up to almost ages of 8. I'm here today to bring something very unique, innovative, fun, and engaging for your children. We've all been home now for 4 months, right? Under a certain amount of lockdown, but we're still home. Our kids do not know when the schools are going to reopen, and some of them are already doing online classes. But still, there's a lot of time they have. They spend it on YouTube, they spend it on games, they're spending it watching TV. Well, what we bring to you today is our first ever homeschooling kit called SquareBox. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox our first SquareBox, okay? So if you're all ready, I'm gonna slowly open up the box. And by the way, we follow the highest standardization of standardization. All of these boxes are packed with people that have been tested as well as they wear gloves to make sure all the sanitization properly happens. And as you can see, there's actually 2 boxes here, right? There is an outer box, so in case there's rain, there's anything, the outer box gets wet, but not your inner box. And if you can see, we actually have a warning up on top of the box that actually states that the box was packed by people wearing gloves and masks, etc. Let's open the inner box, right, for everybody. I'm going to take the sticker off, right? You see the sticker? I'm going to take the sticker off, and this is the sticker that actually shows that the box was packed properly by the right team member. And out of the Square box, there is a beautiful purple Square Panda bag for your children. And the bag contains a whole bunch of goodies. We'll take a minute and we'll take out these goodies in a second. But before we go there, the box also has our Generation 1 playset, which the children will use on a daily basis to learn English. So this is our Generation 1 playset. Okay? So it's a playset where there are tactile letters that the children will be placing in these small slots to create words, etc., and that interact with Bluetooth to our platform, right, to our games. And we're going to get into that in much more detail later. But as you can see, this comes packed with a seal that tells you that nobody's actually opened this, but all of our playsets have been tested before. Now, when we go to the bag, let me open up what else is in the bag. So we've got 2 pencils, a couple of, a crayon box, we've got an eraser, we've got a dice. Now, this dice is going to be very useful when we get through different parts of our program. Now, again, I'm going to use the bubble wrap. I'm going to put it aside. So here, all the things that the child would need to get started. And now let's get to the good parts, right? What else is in here? And I think as soon as you open, what you find, the first thing, and again, putting the bubble wrap aside to use later, we've got a homeschooling checklist and a letter from Square Panda welcoming you to our homeschooling kit. It talks about all the things that are included in the box, right? And there's actually a list here, and then there's a checklist here, right? So we can make sure that everything on this checklist has been included in the box. Here is our Get Set Go guide, okay? This is what you can use to get everything set up, right? So it talks about what your step 1 is, what your step 2 is, what your step 3 is, what games you need to download, where do you download it, how do you use this beautiful playset, right? It talks about that, right? Etc. So this is the second item in there. Then there is a parent guide, right? Again, this guide is beautifully designed to ensure that as a parent, you can actually have a handy guide of all the games. How do you see the different pieces of recording that will happen, okay, and a month-to-month kind of a guide as to what your child should be learning, right? You start with month 1 all the way to month 12 because the program is actually an annual program, right? So we have these month-to-month guides. We talk about what skills each one of our games covers so that you can see that here. And anyway, all the details of the games are also here as well, as you can see that. So I'm going to turn to the back of it. And you see Andre Agassi there? Well, not only is he our brand ambassador, but he's our largest investor. He really believes that Square Panda can bring literacy or English literacy to millions of kids around the globe, okay? So he's there, and I'm gonna put this on the side. So this is our beautiful planner, right, that you're gonna get with the box that lets you lets you plan your first month, okay? If you look at it, it has the exact plan for week to week in the first month, okay? What do you have to do each day? It's gonna talk about it, okay? I'm gonna take out the clip and kind of show you how the planner looks, what topic we're dealing with, what is the lesson, the methodology behind it, what is the aid that you will use to teach that, what are the worksheets you will use, what are the aims and objectives of that particular learning. And then when you turn and you come to week, it actually specifies how do you want to do it. So let's say for day 1, right, of week 1, we're going to do 10 minutes of yoga. Then we're going to do 20 minutes of letter lullaby, which is one of our games, right? That's the lesson. Then we're going to do some of the worksheets, right? It talks about worksheet page number 1 and 2 in our activity book. And I'll show you what that activity book is. And for oral language, what are we going to do? Okay, so this is continued from week to week for the first month. Okay, and now we're going to put this aside. Oh, by the way, this is the coolest part of our package, which are Square Panda stickers. Okay, this is Panda and this is Cameo. And as your child progresses, you'll see several places where we'll ask you to use these stickers with the child. Then these are stars that the child can earn. As they progress through, they will be earning that. We also have a very particular customized booklet. This is a booklet that your child can actually, and you know what, if we go back to the homeschooling checklist, you'll see that here, right? It talks about the welcome kit, right? And it talks about welcome note, the parent guide, the brochure, the lesson planner, and the quick start guide, right? So here, the child can actually post his or her photograph with you, put their name, and this will be customized to them, right? And then our system, our basically system will guide you as to how to read this with your child, okay? This is another booklet that talks about the family. And again, we will refer where in our course curriculum that you use this booklet. Then we have a set of booklets that are called My First Letters, okay? And you go through, all the letters are here, everything starting from ABC all the way down to X, Y, W, X, Y, and Z, okay? And these are very cool books, very customized, developed by us, that have these short stories, and it teaches the child, parts about English literacy. So again, there's much more detail to these books, but I'm going to put them aside for a second just to quickly show you what else we have in this package. These are basically our sheets that the child will be working on. These are stories that the child will be reading using our Square Tales product. So these refer to that, and these, again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, because every month Square Tales gives you 5 stories to read. But this is going to be introduced in month 2 for you, but we give you in advance, just in case you're moving ahead, you can use these. And then one of our best creations is our activity booklet for month 1. Each month you're going to get one of these, okay, which has specific activities that we talked about in our guide, right? In our daily guide as to which worksheet to use. It also talks about how to use it. Here it talks about which colors to use, for what purpose. Again, all that the child and you will need to get through the first month. Here are our flashcards. Again, there are specific instructions to these flashcards that are written here. Okay, and again, our daily and weekly curriculum will actually show you how to use this. Okay, so don't worry about it. I think every single instruction is part of what we offer you. So parents, this is our first ever homeschooling kit by School Panda. Nowhere in our history have we ever launched a product like this. You see, it's got a digital component, it's got a component where there's a playset, it's got printables, it's got workbooks, it's got activities, it's got flashcards. I mean, it combines the best of all the worlds, and you should be able to use this kit with your child at home to teach them English, and that could be done along with any tutoring that they're already doing, any online classes they're already taking. So this is something that comes to you every month. The box or the playset comes to you once, but then there are activities and other things that we send to you each month. And if the program is actually 12 months, right? And we do allow for a 2-month break, two breaks, one winter break, one summer break with the child. But the program is 12 months, and so you should be subscribing not only to the initial box, which is this, but you should be subscribing to our monthly program as well, where these activity books, these flashcards, etc., will come to you month to month. But again, thank you for your time. I hope that you will buy this and find the product as useful as we think it is to teach your child English.
Panda.